What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the latest in the development of NASCAR 25. There's not any real detailed info. This is basically, some people have already played the game, right? So the game is in a playable state. It's deep into development, and we saw, who was it? Somebody else posted on Twitter that they got to play some of the game, and now we have Noah Gregson, right? So let's take a look at the article, and as we go, I'll give you my thoughts, right? So this is from the Daily Downforce. Drivers share their first impressions of NASCAR 25 gameplay. So this is someone else's take about what they think of the gameplay, and it's several drivers, right? So let's get into the article. What's happening? Noah Gregson took to X today to share his thoughts on the upcoming iRacing console game, NASCAR 25. The review was a rave one, with Gregson stating that he hasn't played a NASCAR game this good in over 10 years. The game is slated to be released later this fall, it will be released for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and Windows, right? So, for those of you who still have questions about the platforms, it's next gen and PC. Forget about the older gen, which is a good thing, right? I'm really ecstatic about that. In order to get the best possible game, you can't keep trying to have it where it also works on older consoles and equipment and software. You got to move forward. So, since being announced, there's been a lot of hype concerning NASCAR 25. The game will be another production of iRacing, which is often considered the gold standard of racing video games. Prior to NASCAR 25, iRacing also released a World of Outlaws video game in 2023. I've heard a lot about World of Outlaws secondhand. Like, everyone that talks about it, not everyone, but most people really seem to like what they did with World of Outlaws. I can't talk about it. I don't know enough about it. I've seen clips. I've seen footage. I saw when they did. I don't remember if it was a trailer, but they were. I covered a little bit of it. So for the most part, it does sort of follow the same NASCAR Heat Series type of thing, but they did seem to elevate it a little bit. Again, I'm only talking about what I've seen and heard from other people. So, NASCAR has a rich history in console gaming. Before striking a deal with iRacing, NASCAR previously licensed its gaming rights to 704 games under the branding of Motorsport Games. From this publisher, we got games like NASCAR Heat, the NASCAR Heat Series, and NASCAR 21 Ignition. So, this right here, I don't know why they phrase this way. Technically, Motorsport Games bought out 704s and all, along with the licensing, they took over, they took all the assets, right? So all the Heat games belonged to Motorsport Games under their umbrella, so they were able to still profit from those games. But they had absolutely nothing to do with the development of those games. So I don't think this is coming from iRacing, because if I was iRacing, I would want nothing to do with being linked at all to Motorsport Games. So 704, which was really Monster Games, they were the ones responsible for the Heat Series, right? And I'm sure, those guys that are now working under the iRacing umbrella, I don't think any of those guys want any association with Motorsport Games. If we're just being technical, I think that's what this article is. They're just being really technical about it. It belonged to Motorsport Games under their brand, but it's like, let's say somehow, some way, I bought Sony. I can't just turn around and just say, well, everything Sony built in the past is take credit for it. So it's I don't know why they do this. I think it's just this article, they're just being technical about it. But yeah, this raised an eyebrow for me. It doesn't really mean much, but I don't think iRacing wants to associate themselves at all in any way. Gregson stating that it has been over 10 years since he has played a NASCAR game this good is significant. Do You Technics games released from 2011 to 2015 have received poor to moderate reviews. Meanwhile, fans remember the EA Sports era of gaming a little more favorably. So then Noah Gregson posted this on Twitter. Just played the new iRacing NASCAR video game. I gotta say, impressed is an understatement. It is a true racing game with good physics. Haven't played a NASCAR game this good for 10 plus years. This game will revive NASCAR console gaming. I'm so hyped. Great work to everyone. So then it says show more. So let's take a look. This is his whole post. I'm so hyped. Great work to everyone involved. So the first thing someone posted was, how much did you get paid to post this, right? Which is a thought I'm sure a lot of people have, right? And he posted nothing. I enjoy a good NASCAR game. So I just wanted to show that real quick. Look, I don't think iRacing has to pay people to say anything. Is it possible that they're doing that? Anything's possible, right? But my gut instinct tells me they're not doing that. And I don't see why these drivers are going to come out and rave about it. And it's not just them, like iRacing themselves. We saw Matt talk about it in the Q&A, and they are clearly confident about their product. Does that mean it's a guarantee that it is really this good? No, but what they're doing, right, by being this positive about it and pushing this and letting these guys play the game and go out there and talk about it in such positive terms, what they are essentially doing is painting themselves into a corner. And, is it possible that this is just marketing hype? Yes, it's possible. These game developers are known to do that. But here's why I don't think they're just this. I don't think this is marketing hype. I think they're really proud of what they're doing. And they're confident. It's because of what happened with Motorsport Games. It is such a terrible. It was such a terrible game release and everything. They hyped it, everything. Like, why would the next developer take over this license and then the first thing they do is follow that hype train to nowhere? I just don't see these guys doing it. I don't know these guys, but these guys seem to be taking this seriously. Everything they've shown us so far looks really good. Of course, we don't know till we play it or we see more footage. But I personally, and like I said, I can't prove it. It's a gut instinct. I know I'm not supposed to be excited about this, but I am. I can't help it. I have a gut instinct about this game that it's going to be solid. I'm not telling you it's going to be the greatest game ever, but I definitely feel like we're going to get a really good product. I don't see these guys painting themselves into such a corner where we get the game and all of a sudden it's a fucking mess. Like, it will end them as a developer before they even hit the ground running. That would be such an insanely bad idea, right? If you know in the back of your mind that this product is kind of, right on that edge of, it's got issues. We're still trying to get this thing to work right. Maybe we shouldn't overhype this thing. Let's like tether expectations a little bit. But I'm not getting that at all. I'm getting this thing where it's like we're proud of what we're doing. It's really it's a lot of fun and it really feels good to play. That's what if this isn't just coming from iRacing now, you're getting it from these other people. I don't see them getting paid for this. And you got to remember, it's your reputation as well. This isn't some nobody. It's a fucking NASCAR driver. So again, I don't want people to think that I'm saying yes, this guarantees that this thing is awesome. But it's my gut instinct telling me it doesn't make sense to me that they would paint themselves into such a corner with such positive, you know, such a positive outlook on their product. I think they're really they're really confident, and I like to see that confidence. I think I would actually be more worried if they were more secretive about it and they were kind of like, I'm not hearing them really hyped about it, right? I can't think of a better word. Hype kind of has this negative attachment to like, like not being real or legit. Like it's hype, it's like just bullshit. Hype is a good thing, as it depends on the context. I like seeing that they're this confident about it. So to me, I'm still, cautiously optimistic, but I am optimistic and I am excited. As much as I don't want to get too carried away, I can't help it. Every time I see some news on this game and I see the confidence behind it, I just see, I think it would be such a disaster if they're really painting themselves into such a corner and then the game comes out and everybody's like, this thing plays terrible. The physics are awful. It's just unplayable. I just don't see that happening. It just, to me, it would be absolutely insane, especially following what happened with motorsport games. So, I know I'm going on and on, but I just want people to be sure, clear on where I'm coming from, right? I'm not telling you, hey, this guarantees this thing is going to be great. I'm just telling you why I'm excited. And I honestly just don't see how they could be insane enough to just like, well, we're not really sure if this game, like we're still working on it. It's still kind of funny. There are a lot of issues, but they're already letting people play the game, like drivers and stuff like that. I'm excited. I love the confidence. So let's see. In regard to the console game, there's a lot of cautious optimism amongst fans. Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. What do you think of this? Are you looking forward? Blah 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 blah. So yeah, update. Sammy Smith got to play NASCAR 25 from the iRacing team. It's the real deal. Feels great. Looks great. And I really think it's going to get a lot of new people hooked on NASCAR. Kudos to everyone who worked on this. Again, I don't know, man. Like, you really think iRacing's going to pay these guys to go out and lie for them? I just don't see that. Again, is it impossible? No, it's possible. But they're really painting themselves into a corner. I just don't see that. I think they're confident, and they everything I've seen so far is just getting me excited. I'm gonna leave it there. That's really all there is to the article. Let's see. Yeah, you're probably gonna see a lot of the same responses. People are gonna be like, "Well, one guy says, bro, you got me hyped." That's how I feel. Wow. So excited. Yeah, people are excited, but you're going to see a lot of comments. Look, can we just get some fucking gameplay? I get it. But they already told us. They said July, sometime this month, we're going to see screenshots. I'm guessing sometime mid to late July. And probably some more small info. August is, trailer time. And I would think late August, personally, because that would coincide with more or less a month away from actual release. So they've already told us that. For people to get like, oh, show us gameplay. They're gonna show it. But you gotta wait. I get it, but people are the game is being played by people, with access, obviously VIPs. Hold on a second. Is there any sound? Show us. Show us the game. It sounds good. Hold on. Is that the spotter? I could have sworn. Yeah, we just heard the spotter. I like it. I want a lot of spotter involvement. But yeah, that's the article. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, this is the article. It's from Daily Downforce. So it's not a lot. It's just them basically saying, I played the game. It's good. It's really good. I mean, what else is there for me to say? That's why I'm focused mostly on not so much what was said, but the confidence behind it. I can't wait. I am, like I said, I know I'm not supposed to get excited, but I am. I don't know what to tell you guys. As we get info, I'll keep talking about it, and anything that's even any red flags, anything that I see that I'm concerned about, I will talk about it. But right now, I haven't really seen anything yet that's concerning to me. It sounds to me like they're on target with everything they want to do. So I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know what you think. I look forward to your comments later.